The North Carolina Institute for Transportation Research and Education presents Basic Traffic Control for Pavement Structure Repair Techniques. This tape supplements the 6 videotapes on pavement structure repair techniques. Proper worksite traffic control is necessary for the safety of the work crew and the traveling public. Also, there is legal liability on the governmental agency to use established traffic control measures. Never begin repair operations until proper traffic control measures are in place. Proper traffic control begins with a plan. The supervisor consults the MUTCD or other appropriate work zone traffic control standards to determine the proper traffic control needs for the given situation. In pavement structure repair techniques, the operations require 2 basic types of traffic control. Number 1, a stationary or very slow-moving activity that is essentially stationary. This includes pothole patching, shoulder maintenance, and ditch maintenance. And number 2, a continuously moving activity. This includes crack sealing and asphalt chip seals. First, let us discuss traffic control for a stationary operation. Proper traffic control guides motorists in a clear and positive manner through the maintenance work area. This diagram illustrates a typical traffic control layout for a stationary maintenance operation on a 2-lane roadway. It is necessary to close one lane for a short period of time. Use a series of 3 warning signs on both ends of the work area. Place them in sequential order, beginning with Road Construction Ahead sign, then the 1-lane road ahead sign, and lastly, the Flagman Ahead sign. The warning signs are orange and reflectorized. The minimum size of these signs is 36 by 36 inches for a speed limit less than 45 miles per hour. For speed limits greater than 45 miles per hour, the minimum size is 48 by 48 inches. The spacing of the signs is dependent upon the speed of the traffic on the roadway. This table lists the required spacing. For speeds less than 35 miles per hour, a minimum distance between signs should be 150 to 200 feet. For speeds of 35 to 45 miles per hour, a minimum distance of 200 to 300 feet between signs is needed. For speeds of 45 to 55 miles per hour, 300 to 500 feet is the minimum distance needed between signs. This spacing allows the motorist time to understand and react to the message being given by each sign. Use the same sequence of signs on the opposite end of the work area with the same spacing and arrangement. Place an end construction sign approximately 500 feet beyond both ends of the work zone. Give special consideration to work zones where there is a problem with sight distance due to horizontal or vertical alignment. Hills or curves can reduce the driver's ability to see ahead. Station the flagman the proper distance beyond the Flagman Ahead sign. The flagman stands 200 to 300 feet in advance of the work site. This allows approaching traffic a sufficient distance to slow down before entering the work area. The flagman stands on the shoulder adjacent to the traffic lane that he or she is controlling. The flagman never stands in the lane being used by the moving traffic. Station a flagman on the opposite end of the work area to control traffic from that direction. The flagman must be highly visible by wearing an orange vest and hard hat. Flagmen should be knowledgeable of flagging procedures. Here, the flagman uses the stop-slow paddle. To stop traffic, the stop side of the paddle is turned toward traffic. The uplifted hand also directs traffic to stop. To direct traffic to proceed around the work area, the slow sign is turned toward the traffic. The flagman motions for the traffic to proceed with his free hand. It is important that the two flagmen have clear sight of each other and are in total communication when directing traffic through the work area. Do not allow traffic to proceed through the work zone until the traffic is stopped at the other end. The crew supervisor is responsible for seeing that the traffic signs are placed at the proper location and that flagmen are properly located. Drive through the work zone prior to beginning maintenance operations to be sure that traffic control devices are properly placed. Periodically during the operation, check the traffic control devices to be sure that they are still visible. When the maintenance operation is completed, remove the traffic control devices. Remove the signs in the reverse order in which they were placed. Now, let us discuss traffic control for a continuously moving operation. Moving operations are maintenance activities that move along the road at relatively slow speeds. This diagram illustrates a typical traffic control layout for a continuously moving operation on a two-lane roadway. Note the warning signs that are used. They are the same signs used in the stationary operation. Place them in sequential order, beginning with the road construction ahead sign, then the one-lane road ahead sign, and lastly, the flagman ahead sign. These signs are orange and reflectorized. The minimum size of these signs is 36 by 36 inches for speed limits less than 45 miles per hour. For speeds greater than 45 miles per hour, the minimum size is 48 by 48 inches. The spacing required between these signs varies, depending upon the speed of the traffic on the roadway. For example, for speeds from 35 to 45 miles per hour, the minimum distance between warning signs is 200 to 300 feet. Place these signs ahead of the work zone in each direction. Since the operation will be moving, an extended work zone is used. An extended work zone may reach up to 1 mile in length. As this drawing illustrates, this arrangement of signs would precede the extended work zone from each direction. Station flagman 200 to 300 feet ahead of the work activity. The flagman should stand on the shoulder adjacent to the traffic lane that he is controlling. As the operation moves, the flagmen also move, maintaining 200 to 300 feet between them and the work zone. The two flagmen must have clear sight of each other and be in total communication when directing traffic through the work area. On occasion, a third flagman may be required due to poor sight distance or intersections. Use a stop-slow paddle in all maintenance activities. Flags should only be used in emergency situations. When the operation approaches the end of the extended work zone, suspend work until the signs are moved. The crew supervisor is responsible for seeing that the traffic signs and flagmen are properly located. Periodically throughout the operation, check the traffic control devices to be sure they are still visible. When the maintenance operation is completed and the traffic control devices are no longer needed, remove them immediately. Remove the signs in reverse order of placement. For more information on work zone traffic control, consult the manual on uniform traffic control devices. Proper traffic control is a must for all pavement structure repair techniques. Traffic control protects workers as well as the motorist.